Hello guys, welcome to the ASHI channel and welcome to the fabulous Las Vegas. Yes, no, you aren't in the wrong show. This is not a travel show. This is still a scientific entertainment. I like this name. I'm Las Vegas for the 48th conference of the American Society for Histocompatibility and Immunogenetics, ASHI to the French. So Las Vegas is receiving us to this important conference in our field, and this is an interesting city for a conference. You know, this is the capital of the entertainment. But now, during this week, Las Vegas will be the capital of the ASHI. Las Vegas, as you can see here behind me, is a lightning city. A light city, lights everywhere, sounds everywhere, music everywhere. You are walking the streets and you can listen to some music in the hotels, in the streets, in the shopping malls. And I'd like to show you in this video what happened in a ASHI conference. Okay, since the beginning, since when they are organizing the booth, the commercial area, the speeches, what happens in general with ASHI. Are you curious? I hope so. So stay with me and let's discover it. So guys, let me try to show Las Vegas to you. It is very hard to make a film, a movie here in Las Vegas. Everywhere there is someone playing a music, a guitar, a violin, a saxophone. So it is difficult. Music everywhere, songs everywhere. Las Vegas is the capital of the entertainment. It is made for Americans. They come here to get crazy, you know. We can see drunk people in the streets, screaming and happy. They are happy. So I think one day in their lives, they must come here to get crazy, you know. But it is a nice place. It is a nice place. It's a place to have fun. The conference will be held at Bally's Casino and Hotel. I'm getting there now. Let's visit, let's know the hotel of the conference. I'm heading to the Bally's now. This is the hotel of the conference. And it is interesting here because we have bridges connecting all the casinos, all the hotels. We have a tram connecting some hotels. So it is easy to get there. So let's see how the Bally's is and what we have there. Hey guys, I'm the exhibitions now, And as you can see, everything is being prepared to the show in Las Vegas. Everything is a show, and now is the local of the booth. So as you can see here, the workers are working to for everything to be done. Well, I could see here cardiac, omixon, stem cell, Thermo Fisher Scientific, one lambda, isn't it? Eppendorf. So everything starts like this. And here is my lovely booth under construction. This is the place where I stayed for all the conference during the ASHI meeting. And did you visit me during this conference? If yes, please make a comment here. Hey, I was with you, I remember you, so I will be glad with your comment. So guys, do you remember how was the commercial era before the starting? So look it now.
An Indigenous Friendship Center or contact a nearby community. Reach out to colleagues. Ceremonies and gatherings can be opportunities to connect with people and the land.
It's finally happening, guys. We have now the keynote speech, the opening session at ASHI. The speech is from Mary Bocage from Nipissing First Nation. She is from the Canadian Donation and Transplantation Research Program, and she is giving a sensitive speech about donation and about education, how to educate the Indians from Canada. And she has type 2 diabetes, and she has also chronic disease, kidney disease, and she was transplanted some years ago. So usually we talk about how to help these kind of people, and she is this kind of people. She has she knows what happens in the body after kidney transplantation, and now she helps other people. She, especially the Indians, the native people from Canada. So it is an honor being to be the first speaker at ASHI, and I'm glad that we have this guy, Mary, does sharing her experience with us.
Love. Love is unconditional and must be given freely. When we give love freely, it comes back to us.
ASHI meeting takes 5 days long. It starts on Monday with the opening session in the evening and takes the next full days until Friday at noon. Usually in the mornings, we have the keynotes, plenaries, and awards talks. And during the afternoon, we have some specific sessions, such as workshops and abstract sessions. At noon, we have the user group meetings offered by the vendors. I'd like to highlight some of these sessions here. The first keynote was given by Dr. Perry Santamaria from the University of Calgary. Peptide major, pay attention, peptide major histocompatibility complex-based nanomedicines to treat autoimmunity was the title of his talk. Dr. Santamaria is studying some drugs that can reverse immunogenetically complex autoimmune immune disorders in a disease-specific manner without compromising normal immune response. Well, let me open a parenthesis here, just as an icebreaker. We don't know what will happen during an ASHI meeting, how the talks will be, or what the speaker will talk about. But we have a certainty. By the end of the talk, Dr. Rajalingam will ask something. No matter the theme of the talk, here is he making his first question after the first talk of the day.
Later on, this there's of antigen resident cells, so it may have a long-term consequence.
Dr. Raja, love you. We love you. Don't be mad at me. The first plenary session was given by Dr. Robert Montgomery, Gene Editing. He writing the future of transplantation. Dr. Bob Montgomery is from NYU Langone Health, and I don't have enough time to describe everything he has done. For example, Dr. Montgomery was part of the team that developed the laparoscopy procedure for live kidney donation, a procedure that has become the standard throughout the world. He is credited in the 2010 Guinness Book of World Records with the most kidney transplants performed in one day. Yes, he has authored over 300 peer-reviewed articles and many awards received during his career. The last one was received during this ASHI meeting, the Paul Terrazaki Clinical Science Award and Lecture. This is a distinct award to honor those who, as Dr. Terrazaki, contributed with their research to the immunogenetic field, and Dr. Montgomery contributed to the HLA field for sure. Before his lecture, we had touching and emotional participation from his family, who sent messages celebrating his awards. The show apart was from his older brother, who told funny words to Dr. Montgomery.
The way his career is going, he probably would have been putting human kidneys into pigs.
And let me make an observation. This kind of person, like Dr. Montgomery, is our HLA idol. But they had also their idols, their heroes, and their mentors, who inspired and taught them. Pay attention. All lectures like this one start with some pictures from the people who were an inspiration or a mentor or a professor and were important to their career. Think about it, guys. You don't need to be awarded to recognize and honor those who were an inspiration or a mentor to you. And after the end of the talk, guess who was on the microphone asking his question?
System function and thus a constraint.
At noon, we have the user group meetings. These sessions are offered by the vendors who talk about their products, launch new products, and convey important messages from the companies. Omixon, CareDx, Immucor, One Lambda, Divisor, Genjax, Oxford Nanopore, Birch, and Stem Cell had a session during the conference. And equally important, they offer a lunch box with sandwiches, cookies, apple. It is always an apple as a fruit, okay? But it saves us. You can't imagine how expensive food is in Las Vegas. If we have the lectures in the morning, in the afternoon, we have different rooms with different areas of knowledge. Abstract sessions, workshops, and case studies take place during this period. And one of the most interesting sessions ever of all time was Workshop 4, Path to Best Practices in HLA Antibody Testing. Look at this table. Anne Halpin, Nicole Valenzuela, Julie Hoop, Luis Hidalgo, Massimo Mangiola, and Robert Levesque. What a heavy table. I don't know how this table didn't stick to the floor. Dr. Nicole Valenzuela and Dr. Anne Halpin talked about the best practices in HLA antibodies tests in the pre-analytical phase. Very informative, very instructive, very dynamic, and very interactive. After each talk, Dr. Kelly Richmond asked a question, and the audience could answer live, and the answers were appearing on the screen. So we could have an idea about what is done in the laboratory for real, and more discussion could take place during the session. Julie Hoop talked about the basics of the HLA antibody analysis. Dr. Luis Hidalgo talked about HLA antibody detection and how to analyze it. We can do many improvements in the protocols, but if we do not analyze the results properly, we can waste everything. And Dr. Massimo Mangiola and Dr. Robert Levesque talked about some tools it can be used to improve and better understand your results. The use of observation with X-matched cells and dilution techniques, ASHI, to sharpen HLA antibody identification and epitope analysis. It was an amazing session. If you have an opportunity to watch this session online, do that. The scholar presentation is an award to the best projects that were submitted to ASHI. And interestingly, it was awarded some basic research that is related to the HLA world. Dr. Nilesh presented the talk HLA-J pseudogene can potentially act as a microRNA sink for regulation of HLA-A and HLA-G. Matthias Niemann was also awarded. Let's see his introduction by Dr. Hitchman.
Dr. Matthias Niemann. Matthias serves as PERSH AG's VP of Technology. He's responsible for implementing the PERSH web service. Welcome, Dr. Niemann.
The title of this abstract is actually allele-specific solvent-accessible immunoassay mismatches and their impact on immunoassay-specific HLA antibodies after kidney transplantation or pregnancies.
For me, one of the most important parts during a conference, no matter which conference is the booth area. It is where we meet the people we meet the vendors. Of course, you can have a coffee break, we can take some snacks, but it is where we can talk to people, talk to vendors, discover new things, discover new technologies, meet friends. Many of them we only see during the conferences, and so it is good when can see them, and also networking. So, as I said before, I'm here at Omixon, working for Omixon because of networking, and not for job, but also for your research, for your data, for your results. Networking is important. So let's meet, let's visit this fair, okay, and see how it works. Let me start with Omixon, the most beautiful booth in this conference. They have HLA kits by NGS, and now they are launching Nanotype, an HLA typing by nanopore technology, and also holographed cell-free DNA for post-transplant monitoring. Divisor, it is another company for post-transplant monitoring. PERT, it is a tool to see epitopes. An important tool, they are increasing a lot. InnoTrain, they have some kits to do HLA typing faster and quick by real-time PCR. Today we had a different poster area. They are here. They were here in these TVs. We could see some images that I took before. HLA data system is a tool, a software to manage your results in your lab. Beckman Coulter, they have very good flow cytometer. These are the biggest booth in the conference. CareDX, they also have kits for HLA typing and cell-free DNA. They are increasing a lot. And Thermo Fisher, for us from HLA field, they will be always one lambda, because they are the oldest company in this market. Emailcore, another company, have HLA by NGS, also SSO, also antibody tests. GenDx, HLA by NGS. Stem cell is a very beautiful and good Canadian company. They have some antibodies to do flow cross-match. And Eppendorf with their robot to do automation and the best centrifuges and machines, and also PCR machines. So these are the companies, the last companies we have here. LabCorp, it is a service to do HLA tests, and here is their competitors. Histogenetics, that also is a service to do HLA typing. And here is the most smart guys in this conference, Samuel Vinicius. Yes, I will put it in my video. And the Rose Pen Award goes to Dimitri Monos. I told in my previous video from ASHI 2021 that Dr. Monos has a brilliant mind. Not coincidentally, he received the Rose Pen Award. Recently, he was awarded the Bernard Amos Distinguished Scientist Award. And now he received the Rose Penny Award. The Rose Penny Award was established to honor a great scientist and to recognize her long-standing contributions to the field of immunogenetics and her support in the development of the society. And Dr. Monos has a great contribution to the immunogenetic field. Dr. Monos received his Bachelor of Science in Biology, yes, from the University of Patras, Greece, and his PhD from Georgetown University, Washington, D.C. He is currently a professor of pathology at Perelman School of Medicine, University of Pennsylvania, and director of the Immunogenetics Laboratory supporting the transplant programs at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. His lab has pioneered the DNA-based methodologies for HLA typing and the introduction of next-generation sequencing in the field of immunogenetics. He developed the probes for the first HLA kit by NGS in the market. Some people say it is a great company.
So I would like to start with my mentors and those who have defined my career. Irving Gray was the professor of biochemistry at Georgetown University.
You see, he starts his talk by remembering his mentors and professors, those who guided his career. Again, we must be thankful to our mentors. I'll let Dr. Monos say the title of his talk.
The title of my presentation is Haplotype-Specific MHC Reference Sequence, Improves Characterization of Cis-Regulatory Interactions and Prioritization of Risk Genes for Complex Diseases. Basically, the title is a summary of my whole talk.
Dr. Monos is direct, objective, short and sweet. Basically, the title summarizes my whole talk. But I have to talk more, so let me start. Hey guys, well, one of the events during one of the social events we have during the ASHI meeting is the dinner offered by the company. I'm the dinner offered by Omixon, of course. And this year we had an interesting situation. All the vendors offered their dinners at the same day, so we had like a competition. You know, we had like a fight for the customers, for the clients. all the vendors inviting the customers to their dinner. So it was a funny situation. Hey, come to my dinner. So we had a good audience in the Omixon dinner. So thank you guys that came here. But it is one more opportunity for networking, to talk a little bit more about the job, about HLA, and to talk about nothing. Okay, to talk about soccer, football, and the life. Okay, so the life is not only work, only job. If in the recent past Dr. Monos received the Bernard Amos Distinguished Scientist Award, this year the award is also in very good hands. Annette Temple. What a woman! What a researcher! What a personality! Annette Temple is the director of the Transplant Immunology Laboratory at the Comprehensive Transplant Center at Northwestern University, Chicago. She is the founder and co-lead of the Sensitization in Transplantation Assessment of Risk STAR initiative, a collaborative working group of ASHI and the American Society of Transplantation. Dr. Tambur's research focuses on understanding humoral immune responses in the context of solid organ transplantation with specific emphasis on HLA-DQ. And during his talk, she presented many papers she has published talking about HLA antibodies, organ transplantation, and of course, TQB1. Unfortunately, I don't have many images as I had a technical problem with my phone. It was full with no space for more videos. The last day of ASHI started with a soft session. The Coffee and Compatibility podcast with Kelly Whitman and Eric Weimar. Do you know when you are in the front of your idols? I felt like this. I listened to the podcast every single episode and watched them speaking this.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Compatibility Live. I am Eric Weimer.
And I'm Kelly Hitchman. We are here in Vegas at the 48th annual meeting for our second Coffee and Compatibility Live. It's really great to be with you guys. What a year two.
Oh my God.
Podcast has had.
It was amazing. It was amazing for me. Well, remember, I don't have enough space on my cell phone, so I couldn't take images, but here are some pictures. The conference ended with a round table made up of all the past presidents of ASHI. They discussed the future of HLA and what can be done for education. I mentioned before that social events are the best way to do networking. I'm here because of networking. I met Elia Gomez at an ASHI party, and years later she invited me to work with her as a field application scientist. So, thank you, Elia. A good moment to recognize and be thankful to one of my mentors. And I finished this video with some images from the party. Remember it, work hard, party hard, especially if you are in Las Vegas. See you next year in San Antonio. Bye bye.